Hello boys and girls, and welcome back to Art This Week. This week we are creating a blinking origami dragon eye. And you can see I haven't colored it in yet. We are using analogous colors. We're going to use two sets of analogous colors, one for the inside of the eye and one set for the outside of the eye. So to get started, we're going to use crayons. We're going to use a pencil and an eraser, a Sharpie, and some scissors. That way we can cut our paper. So we're going to use a normal piece of paper and we have to make it into a square. So we're going to start out by taking the top corner of our paper, folding it down to where it meets the edge of our paper, and gently folding it. And then we're going to cut off that extra section. You can fold the paper back. That way you have a nice crease so that when you go to cut, it makes it easy to cut this off, or you can tear it off. It's up to you. It might make it a little easier, the nicer little line if you tear it off. I'm going to go ahead and cut. So I'm going to follow that fold that I created and cut that extra little piece off. All right, so now that I have that part cut off, I'm going to open it up, and I already have my first line for my paper, and I want to make sure that my next line is the opposite way, so it creates like a plus sign. So I'm going to go across the other way, so that when I open it up, I have this nice little plus sign, or this X, however you want to look at it. And now I'm going to take the corners, the top and the bottom, and I'm going to fold them to the middle where both of those lines meet, right in the center. I don't want them to overlap, I just want them to touch in the center. And then I'm going to take this top part and I'm going to fold it down to the middle. Again, I don't want it to overlap, I just want it to touch next to each other. And I'm going to take the bottom, fold it to the middle. I don't want this part to go over across, so I'm going to hold that down as I fold it to that center point so that both lines are next to each other but not overlapping. Okay, so it should look like this kind of diamond, or not diamond, but like a long diamond shape when we get to this step. And now we're going to open everything up, and we're going to take the top corner or the bottom corner, the top corner and the bottom corner, and we're going to fold them in just once, so where that first line is that we just created. And we're going to do the same thing to the top corner, fold it down just once, and then we're going to take the top corner, fold it down that second area, bottom corner, fold it up to that second area. And this space in the middle is actually where we're going to draw the inside of our dragon eye. So I'm going to use a pencil. I'm going to draw a nice big circle right between those two pieces of paper. And I'm going to draw the rest of the eye, so kind of like a curved line that has a point that meets in the middle of that line. So I'm using these lines as a guide to know where those lines are going to connect and meet in the middle. Turn it around to the other side. Curved line goes to the middle, kind of meets at a point at that curved line. And then we're going to draw the pupil right in the middle. So a curved line points to the center. And then we can draw the reflection that we see in the dragon's eye. And then we're going to outline with our black Sharpie. And after we outline with our black Sharpie, we can do the iris with our black Sharpie as well. We can also use crayons or color pencils, anything that you have available to you. And then we're going to think about the colors that we're going to blend together, those three analogous colors for the eye, and then three different analogous colors for the outside. So starting with just the eye, I'm going to use, I would like to use a blue and a green. So blue, blue, green, and green. This is a yellow green, so let me look and see. So I have blue. Oh, this is blue green. So I have blue green, and I have green, and now I need blue. So these are 3 colors that are next to each other on the color wheel. And I'm going to use these 3 colors for the inside of the eye, and then I'm going to choose 3 different colors for the outside. So I'm going to Sharpie outline my eye first, and I'm going to use my black Sharpie to do the pupil in the center, and then I'm going to blend these 3 colors together to create this beautiful colored eye in the center, and then I'll show you how to fold the rest of it after that. Alright, so here's the inside of my dragon eye. I used black to blend around the outsides of it, and that is perfectly fine. You are also welcome to do that as well. So now we are going to fold our eye closed, and you can see a little bit of my eye coming through, so I'm going to fold this down just a little bit more so I can try to meet those 2 in the middle. And now I'm going to flip my dragon eye over, and I'm going to fold it in half so that the points meet together. And now I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to fold that 1 point to that center fold that I just created. And I'm going to take the other side and fold it to that center fold on the other side so that they just meet in the middle. And now we're going to draw, I'm going to draw a dot on one side of that center line and a dot on the other side. And from that middle point of that diamond shape on the back, we're going to draw a line that goes from that center, that top part, to that center point on the top and on the bottom. So these are just going to be guidelines because we're going to fold the paper in. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side, from the corner to the center, and from the corner to the center. I think this is actually the center, so let me move this over a little bit more so you can see. There we go. And now we're going to take the paper and we're going to fold it in where we drew those guidelines. So fold it that way, and open it up, and fold it on the top, and open it up, and fold it on the next guideline to that center, and fold it on the next guideline to that center. Okay, so now we're going to take these sides, we're going to fold them all in and hold them and pinch them, because when we turn it over, you'll be able to see that you can control it by pushing inwards and outwards, and it makes it look like it's blinking. And that's how we create our origami dragon eye. But now we have to color it in, so we're going to color in the top and the bottom. You can color the back in if you want, but we're going to use our analogous colors. So I'm going to use a red violet, a blue violet, and I want to use red, violet, blue, violet, and violet. Okay, so these are the colors that I'm choosing for the outside of my dragon eye. And there are 3 colors that are next to each other because we have violet in the middle, then we have red, violet on the other side, and then blue, violet on the other side. So I'm going to use my blue violet, and I'm going to make little scales. And you can make scales any way you want. You can have them go all the way to the edge. So for instance, you can make some longer scales like this. You can make some sharp, pointy scales. However you want to do that, or you can do kind of like a scallop line like I'm doing. So it's up to you how you make your scales to add some texture for your dragon eye. Do the same on the other side. And then we're going to blend these three colors together to make our dragon eye look like a beautiful analogous color dragon eye. All right, boys and girls, and here we have our beautifully decorated analogous color dragon eye that we can fold. So you might want to have to go back and fold those pieces in again just to make it a little easier to open and close your dragon eye once you're done coloring. So using analogous colors, 3 for the inside of the eye and 3 to go around the eye. I hope that you enjoy creating your origami dragon eye using analogous colors. We'll see you next time.